My name is Rupinder Khurana, and I'm the founder and CEO of Golden EbuyZ.com. Looking into the times today, looking into the lockdown and complete work from home, and there have also been some kind of situations where some of the people have been issued some kind of a notice from the organization. Those who have been working from very long, they have been issued some termination notice from the organization. Some employees, those who have been working from very long, have been issued some kind of a notice. Some businessmen in this period of corona and lockdown, they have seen some losses in kind of a business. So in the mixture of feelings, there is kind of a thought in everybody's mind whether to continue with the jobs or to start the own business. So there are a lot of pros and cons in starting the own business enterprise. I was earlier in the jobs, so recently switched over to my own entrepreneurship. So with a mixture of thoughts, I ventured into the new enterprise. So today we are going to discuss about the pros and cons of starting the new business enterprise. So, as we were discussed in the troubled times and in the uncertain jobs, many of us might have thought about venturing into entrepreneurship or starting the new business enterprise. This thought must have come into the mind of lot many people, those who are in job and those who are also wanting to start something of their own. So, founding your own business enterprise is unlike any other job that you may take. It's a pathway to a totally different lifestyle. So when you find your own enterprise, now you have found your own business, so you will be the chief of everything. You will have to look into the complete area, complete zones, all the departments. So let us discuss about the important considerations that the person has to think it over before starting a business. So let us first now discuss about the advantages. Independence. The entrepreneurs or people who run their own business, they are their own bosses. They don't have to report to someone. They take the decisions and they choose with whom they have to do their business. Financial gains. Entrepreneurship offers greater possibility of achieving significant financial rewards than working for someone else. Owning your own business removes the income restraint that exists in being someone else's employee. Now you are not an employee, you are master owner of your own business. So whatever is the gain the business is going to get, that is directly being reflected into your balance sheet. Control. You are the head of everything, you are the boss of the business. Now you are totally in control. It enables the person to be involved in total operations of the business, right from the junior level to the topmost level. You are now, since you are the owner of the business, you will have to be involved in all the business activities. Another point is prestige. Now owning a business, now you are the business head, the company head. It gives a sense of prestige. It offers the status. Now you get a status symbol that you are the boss of your business and you are the person in charge. Equity. It gives an individual the opportunity to build equity that he can keep within himself. He can sell off the equity or he can pass on the business to the next coming generation. So this is a very strong and important part of founding a company, owning a business enterprise. It can serve as a equity. The person can keep with himself or can pass on to the next generation, or the person can sell off the business to some other person. So opportunity, the entrepreneurs creates an opportunity for a person to make a contribution. Many entrepreneurs help the economy. Now, when you're running a business, in a way, you're helping the economy to come up uh, through innovations. You're contributing to the society. Now, autonomy. You are your own boss. You don't have to report to someone else. Job security. You are the owner of your business. This is your job security. You are not reporting to anyone, and no one can fire you. So this is a very strong point, that the persons who are in job, those who have been given some kind of a notice from the organization looking into the pandemic conditions, looking into the corona and the negative impact that is going on, they have been issued some kind of a notice. So when you own a business, you cannot be served any kind of a notice because you are the boss. You have complete job security. Now interest. Work in a field of area that you enjoy. You particularly like working in a field, and at present if you are an employee, you're working in a completely different field. So owning a business gives you an opportunity to work in the area where you enjoy. So now, long term, the last but not the least advantage of owning a business enterprise is long term. You build an enterprise that safeguards your retirement value. For example, by selling the business, you can retire, or you can pass on the business to the next generation. So these were the advantages, or pros that we can call it, for starting your own enterprise. Let us look into the cons. Financial commitment. Even the smallest business requires a certain amount of capital. So capital is a must that is required to start a new business. Time commitment. Now your business is new. It requires great man hours to be put in while starting a new business. When someone opens a small business, it's likely, at least in the beginning, they'll have few employees. This leaves all the duties and responsibilities to the owner. Inconsistency. Your income may not be steady. Unlike the job and the salary, your income may not be steady. There may be times when very little is coming at all. Strain. You may have to undertake some kind of an unpleasant task, like for example, firing some employees, or you are, maybe your friend is in need of a job and he is requesting to be attached to your organization as an employee, and you may have to refuse to your friend to be hired in the employee due to lot many reasons. Risk. Even if the business has been structured to minimize the risk and liability to the owner, the risk cannot be completely eliminated. There is always a risk in starting a new business enterprise. Uncertainty. Even though the business may be successful at the start, some factors such as downturns in economy, new competitions may result in the uncertainty. Lack of planning. Starting a new business without planning. So this is very important for the new business entrepreneurs, that you have to plan in advance. It requires thorough planning before starting a business enterprise. So this planning is like a car journey. Now let us take an example. You are going on a long drive, a car journey, without any idea where your destination is, right? So planning a business enterprise in advance is very much required. If you don't have any idea, if you don't have any kind of a planning before starting a business enterprise, you may be bound to get lost somewhere. Now another important point may be failure to delegate. When a person starts a new business, the important point for the business owner to note is that he has to delegate some kind of a work to his team. So teamwork is very much important. Within every business, someone needs to focus on a bigger picture to have an overview of everything. So person who is focusing on the bigger picture, on the goals, that should be the business owner. And your head should not be buried into very small accountancy part, or the HR part, or the administration, running an administration, or any petty jobs of the office. So you need to delegate or outsource these kind of a work to the people, so that you should be free to concentrate on the big picture, to goal and the profit of the organization. Unwilling to change. If as a small business you can't afford to stand still while your market and the world around you moves forward, so a business owner has to adapt and change according to the market conditions and take the small business forward to a bigger business. Lack of objective targets, failing to measure the success of campaigns, products or services can be disastrous. It is a PR campaign that you are running that doesn't really worth the money. So you have to first identify the targets and then actually implement your ideas, your work to achieve those targets. So now if you are looking into the pros and cons, if the person is really interested to start the business enterprise, looking into the entrepreneurship, so following are the points that a person has to be very careful about. Motivation. What exactly is your incentive or motivation level to start a business? Is it the money, or you are prepared to spend the time and money you need to get the business started? Money is not this singular object. Time is a secondary major factor that the entrepreneur has to spend while starting a new business. Strategy. What products or services you will provide? What differentiates your business idea with the products and services from the others? So when you start a business, you will find there are n number of people in the market who are running a similar business. So then you have to identify what differs your business with the people who are already doing the similar kind of business. You have to be very innovative, come up with a new strategy. Realistic vision. What kind of business do you want and how much will it cost to get started? Will you take a loan from a bank or from an investor, or is there a realistic vision of the enterprise potential? So these are some of the points that the entrepreneur or upcoming entrepreneur has to take into consideration before launching a new business enterprise. Major important point to note is take the advice from the other entrepreneurs. So this is like a ready solution that the person can get. Frame your strategy, frame your plan, frame the products that you want to offer, and what is the strategy you will be following to offer those products. How different is your business with the business that is already being done by other people? Have these ideas in hand, jot it down on paper, take the advice from the other entrepreneurs. So these might be your professional gurus, they'll be helping you with volume of advice and also show you the corrective path where you can excel. Experts can help in many decisions on financing, taxes, insurance, location, what should be the location of your business, supplier relationships. Some bankers and insurance agents will give advice at no charge. If you have friends with some of the bankers or insurance agents, or maybe if you approach some bankers, they out of their experience will give you advice at no charge to encourage a relationship. They are even experts to help with planning. They might even help you in planning, framing a strategy to start a new business. All the answers to your questions will be based on each entrepreneur's judgment, and an entrepreneur's gather. Now the new entrepreneur taking the advice, uh, framing of data. Now the new entrepreneurs gathers as much as information and advice from the other entrepreneurs as possible before making these and other crucial decisions. Now you have the data in hand. Now you have the advice of the other entrepreneurs in hand. Jotting down the advice on a piece of paper, or maybe making a Word or Excel file, whatever the entrepreneur would want, and then looking into the analysis, looking into the SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, and concerns, looking into the analysis, the new upcoming business owner can frame down the realistic strategy and realistic planning, looking into the advice of the other entrepreneurs, and then this data will help the entrepreneur to start and go about in a new business enterprise. So thank you very much. These are some pros and cons and some points that we have discussed about starting a new business enterprise. I'm sure many of have already uploaded the text version of this article on linkedin.com, and the text version of the article can be found by going through the link that I'll be mentioning in the description box below this video. Thank you very much.